Well, friends, today is a bittersweet day. We've had a wonderful time, 6 months in Mexico and traveling and going through the South and spending time in Florida and coming up and seeing Cody in Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina. Today, we're headed towards Suffolk, Virginia, and we're going to spend a couple of months there and with family, and I'll be continuing to post videos, and then we'll be doing a trip in the fall up to New England and into Canada, Prince Edward Island, and seeing a lot of cool stuff up there, and we'll be posting some videos of all of that as well. We'll be going through Boston and Rhode Island and all kinds of places up there and posting videos for you to see. And then of course in January we'll be back in Mexico, and our trip going there will be going across the Midwest, going through Oklahoma, and then down to the Southwest, going through Arizona and New Mexico and California, seeing a lot of things. And so there will be a ton of videos posted there. So we're not leaving anybody high and dry. We're not going to stop. The videos are rolling, pal, and we hope that you enjoy them, and we appreciate you joining us on the journey, very much so. And let me show you some video of us headed to Virginia, and maybe we'll see some interesting things, and well, we'll see. All right, friends, we're getting ready to stop for lunch in a few minutes, and you cannot go through North Carolina, or at least you cannot leave North Carolina without getting some Carolina barbecue. Now that brings up a whole discussion there about barbecue. Now, I've had this discussion many times with different folks about Eastern barbecue, Eastern North Carolina barbecue versus Western North Carolina barbecue, and there is a difference. Eastern pit-cooked barbecue is a vinegar-based barbecue. Now, before you say, "Ooh, vinegar," trust me, it's good barbecue. It is slow cooked, pit cooked, and it's got a vinegar base sauce to it with red pepper flakes in the sauce. The Western, and we'll throw this in, and the coleslaw is either going to be a mayonnaise-based coleslaw, or it's going to be mayonnaise-based with a touch of yellow mustard in it. Sound yucky? It's not. It's very good because it's sweetened up with cane sugar. Then we get to the western side of North Carolina. You get over on the western side of North Carolina, and you have your, it's not your vinegar base, it's more of a ketchup-y based red sauce barbecue. And it's good. I'm not going to say it's equally good. It's good. It may be equally good to others. Now, my preference is the Eastern style, just because that's what I was raised up eating. My father was born in around Goldsboro, North Carolina, in an area called Grantham, North Carolina, near the Bentonville battlefield, Civil War battlefield, there in North Carolina. Flat land, they raised tobacco, cotton probably. Not sure if they're able to raise peanuts there or not. But that's about all there is. But there's good barbecue. And so we're going to stop and get some good barbecue in just a few minutes, and I'll show you what it looks like. Oh, and we don't forget hush puppies. Hush puppies, not cornbread, hush puppies. If you get them with little flakes of Vidalia onion in them, oh my soul, that is so good. And not good for you. None of this that I'm talking about is good for you. Cardiologist friends and my cardiologist, Dr. East, please don't just skip over this part. Don't even look at the barbecue. Pretend like it's chicken. Typical rural Eastern North Carolina. Usually it's going to be 2-lane roads like this and a lot of farmland. accident. There's a Family Dollar. When we finally land on Mars, there'll either be a Family Dollar or Dollar General. We know that. Little country stores. You see those dotted all across North Carolina. That one, I'm not even sure if they're open or not. Coming into the little town of Beulahville, North Carolina. Beulahville. It's a bird sanctuary, evidently. Beulahville, home of the East Duplin Panthers.
They have some stoplights.
Oh wow, they do have a stoplight.
There's another one up there.
This is a 2-stoplight town. Wow. As you watch our videos, realize that we like to mention places that we go by and stores and things like that. And maybe you're watching this and you'd like to advertise your business. We'd be glad to have you as one of our sponsors. And so contact us about sponsoring Gene and Renee Travel Adventures. We have close to 6,000 subscribers now, and a lot of people watch the videos, and we'd like to expand it out and also help people who are joining on the journey. Looky, looky, there's Beulahville's second stoplight. Now, I'm not sure, maybe they've got another one hidden somewhere, but it really doesn't look like it is. Hey, Pink Hill is in 9 miles. Yep, you know you're in the country when you get behind a harvester or a tractor. We're coming into Pink Hill, and that is also a bird sanctuary. Birds are very much welcome in North Carolina. Well, we went through the little town of Pink Hill, which is a 1-stoplight town. It's a nice little town. We saw that Rachel Turner is running for clerk of court, and we did pass by what I thought was a harvester. I actually think it's a hay baler, and headed on towards Virginia. The road now opened up to a 4-lane, and I bet the folks around here probably refer to this as, hey, I'm going up on the 4-lane, going up to Pink Hill, and not sure, but I bet they do. What a beautiful day. We're going through the community of Deep Run, where they have a Family Dollar, and Jamie Rogers is running for sheriff. Just in case you wanted to know who's running for sheriff there this year. Looks like we're 39 miles to Greenville, North Carolina. Hey, the joke I heard just recently is how many months of the year have 28 days? Usually you'll answer February. But no, the answer is all of them. I know, yuck. So I'm sorry. I don't know if you can see it over to the right, but there's a Piggly Wiggly. That's a grocery store that you see in some parts of the South. Piggly Wiggly. Okay, Piggly Wiggly. It's kind of a funny name. Kind of plays funny on your tongue, doesn't it? And there's the mandatory Dollar General. And we're coming into Kinston, North Carolina, just across the Neuse River. And I bet we're going to find some barbecue here. Just passing by City Hall for Kinston. Didn't go into downtown because we're kind of on a mission to get back to Virginia, I guess. And but to the left back there was going into downtown, and it looks like it's a pretty little town. I mean, historic, probably dates back into the 1800s, and a nice looking little North Carolina town, Kinston. Gas prices are about as cheap as I've seen anywhere since we've been back in the States. $3.29 for some kind of mystery gas that they've got at these two stations we just passed. Off to your right, that was tobacco being raised in that field back there. You see a couple of tobacco fields scattered around. There's some more right there. Kinston seemed like a lot of older factories around there, plus a lot of churches too. But we didn't see a barbecue restaurant. Maybe there's one in town, but they didn't have one out on this 4-lane where we could have stopped and got something to eat. So Greenville is the next big town. I use that term loosely. And hopefully we can get some barbecue before we leave North Carolina. Okay, we did a search, and Parker's Barbecue in Greenville is where we're going to stop. We don't hit someone's bag of trash there. It looks like it's got a 4.0 rating on TripAdvisor, and so pictures looks good, and I'll show you what it looks like in a few minutes. We're about 20 minutes from there, or 18 minutes from there. We are in Greenville, North Carolina, and we're only about a mile and a half before we get to Parker's Barbecue. Nice little town. It's a Governor's Innovative Small Business Community, according to that sign. Seems like they got plenty of businesses here. Good sized town. Gas, $3.28 if you pay cash. Hey, in the comment section, let us know what gas is going for in your area. What the cheapest prices that you're seeing are. Poodle panting. She's only been doing that for about 2 hours, so she'll calm down eventually. Only 2 hours. There's Parker's Barbecue Restaurante. Oopsie, I'm not in Mexico anymore. It's Parker's Barbecue Restaurant. And it seems like a lot of people like this place because it's 1:48 in the afternoon and they're busy.
Takeout department.
All right, we're eating in an outdoor pavilion here at Parker's Barbecue, and it's pretty out here. Gorgeous day. They've got a bunch of their vans over there where they do delivery and catering, I guess. And Jenny's having her some water. She's been on the road. She's thirsty. I got a barbecue plate with, this is your Eastern style barbecue that I was talking about. And you'll see the little red pepper flakes in there from the red pepper, and it's vinegar based. Got coleslaw, got boiled potatoes, and hush puppies. Renee got their barbecue sandwich. I'll take the top off of that now and maybe, there we go. And it's got that yellow mustard-based slaw on there. And Andrew got the barbecue sandwich without coleslaw because he doesn't know any better. There you go. Yum, yum. All right, we had some of that North Carolina barbecue with that vinegar base to it, red flake peppers in it. Oh my soul, it was so good, so good. So not good for you, but it was so good. In my defense, I didn't eat a barbecue sandwich, so there's less bread, right? Only problem about eating outside for the dog is gnats and flies. They wanted some of the barbecue and some of the coleslaw. I probably ate a few of them, I'm not sure, but anyway, it was good. Barbecue gnat, I highly recommend. No, barbecue sandwiches, barbecue and coleslaw. That yellow mustard-based coleslaw I was telling you about. Oh my goodness, so good at Parker's Barbecue in Greenville, North Carolina. One more thing, just went inside, showed you some pictures of that. I mean, remember in South Carolina how nobody wanted to work at the restaurants? Here, there were about 12 to 15 people back in the kitchen area where we went for the pickup. And then inside the restaurant, there's probably a dozen more people working in there. Folks want to work here, and man, that barbecue was good. And you know, if you want your blood pressure to go up, eat barbecue. But if you're on the Atkins diet, which I'm not, probably should be, but Atkins diet, and you can eat all that barbecue you want. Good stuff. All right, we're back in the car. We're headed north now, and we're about an hour and 50 minutes before we'll hit Suffolk, Virginia. Now, one thing about when we ate at Parker's Barbecue, if you stop at those places in the South and you get sweet tea, usually the tea is so sweet you could stand a spoon up in it, and it would the sugar content would hold the spoon erect. But I got half and half tea, so half sweet, half unsweet tea. It was still very, very, very sweet. I just drank a little bit of it, just enough to get my food down, because that's a little bit too sweet for me. I'm sweet enough as it is. I don't need no more sweet, right, Renee? Now, my mother used to make sweet tea, and it was very sweet. We used to joke if it was cold, you drank it as tea. If it was warm, you used it as pancake syrup. Now, that's sweet tea. Greenville, North Carolina has a lot of two things. Stoplights is one of them. Vape shops is the other one. Now, if you choose to vape, that's fine. Yeah, I'm all for, personal choice on that. If you want to, smoke, get a big cigar and do it real, But when we were down in Mexico, interesting thing is they passed a law there while we were there. The National Health Department, whatever for the country, they outlawed it. Can't sell it anymore, can't buy it anymore, can't have it in the country. They didn't want it. And so I'm not so sure why. Maybe they read studies and decided, hey, it's not the healthiest thing, or the jury's still out on it, or whatever. But you can't vape in Mexico. We're about an hour and a half from Suffolk, Virginia, still in North Carolina, on Highway 13 North and Highway 11 North. Our GPS sent us down Highway 13. It's a 2-lane road, and yeah, I know what you're saying. It'll take you a lot longer. Actually, it's not. This was a shorter route, and it kept you off of Interstate 95, which sometimes that's you'll run into a lot of traffic, slowdowns, stops, work zones, all that. A lot of hectic, frantic, pressure driving, where this is not. This is very relaxing, and you get to see a lot of farmland, a lot of wooded land. Some may say a lot of nothing, but at least it's not the monotonous ride of I-95. There's probably an 800 number that you can call ahead and reserve this road for yourself. Oh, no, there's a couple more cars. Okay, we're not on a deserted road. I thought we were, maybe. But we are about 1 hour and 10 minutes from Suffolk. We left Edgecombe County and now in Bertie County, or Bertie County. And here on Highway 11, there's just not a lot to see but farmland and deer stands. I think it's going to rain in a few minutes. We're about 1 hour from Suffolk, Virginia. Suffolk is a part of Hampton Roads, which is made up of Virginia Beach, Norfolk, Chesapeake, Portsmouth, and Suffolk. Other side of the James River, you get to Newport News and Hampton. And there's our rain. This is not pretend. This is really raining. Got the car wash. Elizabeth City, 44 miles, but Suffolk, 28 miles. And since we're not going to veer off to the east towards Elizabeth City, we're about 35 minutes to Suffolk. You'll notice the billboard there for Mike Duman Auto Superstore. Mike Duman's been around a long time in Suffolk. He was the Ford dealer, and then he became an independent auto dealer there, and currently the mayor of the city of Suffolk. Ready to leave North Carolina, Gates County, and welcome to Virginia. And this is where the city of Suffolk actually begins. The city of Suffolk is a small city, the core of the city, but land-wise, it's one of the largest cities in the United States. Largest city in Virginia, but one of the largest in the United States. I'll tell you more about that in an upcoming video, how that came to be. It actually came to be, I believe, in 1974. But I'll tell you more about that later. But you're in surprising Suffolk. Through the little town of Wrightsville. Actually, it's a community. It's a community of Suffolk, so it's a part of Suffolk. And a cute little town. Welcoming party. The City of Suffolk Police sitting right there ready to give somebody a welcome card to their beautiful city. All right, folks, we're in Suffolk. All right, folks, we're in Suffolk, Virginia. We're here to visit family for a couple of months, and we thank you so much for watching our channel, for subscribing, and look, sharing. Help us to grow Gene and Renee Travel Adventures. We've got a lot of videos coming up, a lot of adventures that we want to share with you as we go on this journey together. And we'll be in Canada this year. We'll be in New England states. And first of 2023, we'll be back in Mexico. So a lot to see, a lot to do. Dios te bendiga, mi amigos.